Hello and welcome to this Python tutorial. Today we'll be talking about creating and writing files. More specifically even, we'll be creating txt files. And what we're doing is firstly we'll be creating it using command, and then we'll be writing it into it using a command. And then we're going to be looking at other ways you can input information into files, namely lists. So finally we'll be looking at how to create a list, how to put a created list into the file. So the first thing we've got to do is to create the file. And the first thing we do is we type in open, and then we're going to call it my created file. And then we have comma, and then we have W for write. You can also put R for read, and you can have read and write access as well. And then we're going to call that file equals open my created file. And then important to have at the end file.close, so that it knows to stop the command. And then that is the end of the program, so it knows that's the end of the program. Right, so what we've done now is we've opened a file, we've created a file essentially by using the open command, and we put W for being able to write into it. Next thing to do is to get this code here. I put the code below beforehand because all this is written by myself. So, and there is a fair bit of trial and error, no matter how small the code looks. So, in order to make it smoother, quicker and easier for you, I have put it below, but I've also realized that some people want to actually see people writing the code, so which is why I've sort of done it this way. Let me know if you like it, and let me know if you don't, and why, obviously. So let's get back to this. So to write into the file, you use the file.write command. So that is file, type in file.write, and you will see it's there. And then you notice at the end here we have \n, which is the same as a carriage return. So \n means new line. So you have a new line every time a \n is used. So in this case, a line will appear after. So after you've had welcome to this tutorial, then it'll program a new line, and then the next file.write will display the text on the next line, and so on. So what it's going to read hopefully is you're going to open the file. It's called my created file. We forgot to mention it's a txt file, so let's do that now. And then we're going to have welcome to this tutorial, and then new line. We are currently looking at creating and writing files. New line. Subscribe to my channel if you like it. New line. More great things to come. Brilliant. But actually, you know, I meant to have delivery coming today, so I may change that to where the hell is my delivery? Because it hasn't arrived yet and it's meant to arrive today. Not that I'm sore about it or anything. So let's run that, and then let's find it in our system and open it. As mentioned, it's a txt file, and there you go. Welcome to this tutorial. We're currently looking at creating and writing files. Subscribe to my channel if you like it, and where the hell is my delivery? So next thing we want to do, let's put a list into this. So let's then define a list. Let's call it fruit, and we're gonna just have this pretty much. I mean, lists are covered in a previous tutorial if you're not too familiar with that. And we'll have to go through it again though, just let me know. And because write only allows strings to be put into the write command only allows strings to be written into the file, I'm using a for loop, which then basically cycles through the list and adds a string. So it does pretty much the same thing as a file.write, and actually uses the file.write command. But for some reason, well, because it's not really a string in this case, it doesn't let me. So there are ways around everything. You just have to know how to do it. And for loops are amazing. So file dot write. So for I in fruit are basically cycling through the list. Write I plus. Now we want to have a new line after each item I. So that has to be in a string. And then that should, hopefully, there we go. We have the bananas, orange, apples and pears in there as well. So let's just separate them all out. And let's have some more in here. So let's have cherries. I'm now going to point where I'm not sure which one is a fruit and which one is a vegetable. And let's have so many to choose. We have oranges. Let's have satsumas. And let's have, what else? Grapes. And let's run this again and let's see what happens. See, there we go. We have our list. So this is a great way actually of putting a shopping list into a file that you can look at later on when you're down at your local supermarket. So let's enable that. And we'll run it all. There you go, you have everything in one place. So I really hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Subscribe to my channel if you like it. Please do go ahead and watch as many videos as you want. I also have tutorials on Excel as well. And then I'll see you later and catch you next time.